Hey folks, my name is Michael, and today is the third day of the 100 Days of Making Comics. And today is the third day of the 100 Days of Making Comics challenge, where I spend 30 minutes a day at least working on my comic Oh My Child. So today I was working on some designs for Addie on the computer, so that means that it'll be very easy to just quickly upload a picture for you guys to see. They're very, very rough because I just did it really quickly. I have to admit I had another full day as usual, I suppose, or it seems like that's what's been going on lately. So I just wanted to get some drawing done really quick. Yeah, I don't want to like rush this video, so I'll try to slow down a little. I'm not so sure about how I want to portray Addie at this point. I was going for, you know, she's high, you know, the story takes place in the real world, so I'm sort of confined to using actual outfits, which does feel a little bit restraining because sometimes I work in a fantasy setting where I can just kind of design whatever I want, but of course that's not true. You actually have to base things off of reference to get a good result, I suppose. And so she lives in sort of a colder climate, so it would make sense for her to go around in rain jackets and things, and so I was working on some of that. I still need to do more design work for April. Honestly, Addie has been one of the harder ones to design for, which I find that my main characters tend to be that way, just because they're so much more complicated in my head, I guess, that it's harder to just sum them up with an outfit. And also their outfit just feels more important because it's on screen more often, and so I want to have a good design. I probably spent about an hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour working today. I watched a Miyazaki film with my friends, which was very inspiring. The art in those are so beautiful and so fluid. Something I really need to work on is creating polished works. As you saw, my drawing was very, very rough, and that's how I normally work. I normally work extremely rough, which is good for getting a lot of drawings and getting lots of drawings, I should say, getting lots of ideas out, but not very good for showing, I suppose. I also don't have much practice at all drawing fabrics and clothing, because whenever I draw figures I usually just focus on my anatomy, since you start with fundamentals and then you move on. But that's a serious lacking in my artistic knowledge, so I think I just need to do a couple really solid studying sessions of fabrics and clothing, things like that. Just drawing a lot of different outfits so that I can get more practice, but I guess also this comic will give me a lot of practice in that if I want it to be that kind of quality. Yeah, so as you can hear, my roommates are out there just listening to music, so I'm gonna go out there and chill with them for a little while before I turn in and go to work tomorrow. So this has been the third day of my 100 Days of Making Comics challenge. Thank you for joining me.